Hello, everybody. Well, this is the Crystal Tomb. I am kcStranger. These are most of my players. Somebody got confused because scheduling things. It's okay. We might see Brave later. Um, in the meantime, last time the party, actually let me go to my handy dandy overworld map. Overworld map, there we go. Last time, the party took off from the Tower of Innis, and after a few days of fairly uneventful travel, got into sort of this middle section here of the forest and ran into a patrol, mostly composed of various goblinoids, but also with a demon in tow. Happily, they noticed them before the bad guys. I mean, they noticed the bad guys before the bad guys noticed them. And dispatched them without too much difficulty, although Kane and Fallon did go unconscious just a little bit. They woke up, they traveled a little distance further, made camp for the night. That night, Kane did meet a spirit of sorts, an elemental who communicated with him, saying that she was basically the consciousness of his mother, which was interesting. The conversation did end abruptly when he just sort of needed to go. And that's basically where we left off last time. So, as we pick up this time, you guys are about to presumably get sleep and such things. Are you setting watches?
Yeah, Clean's gonna watch all night for us.
Okay, Clean's not going to get sleep.
I'm just joking.
That does remind me, though. Everybody deducts 5 rations. I didn't say to do that before, but go ahead and do it now.
Oh, my rations.
First watch with somebody else, and then the elves will be up so they can do their thing.
If I take a watch, I get enough sleep.
So if you took one, and then what? Either Colleen or Halil could get up and do the next one, and then the other one would be up, and the first elf could finish off their rest. That would all take about 8 hours, and that would work.
Woo. Still.
Okay, I'll do that. Me and Gamork will take the first watch.
Okay, so then for your watch, give me a perception check. Halil, are you doing the second one, or is Colleen?
I'll do the second one, sure.
All right, cool. So let me think. I guess you'll be doing 3 hours each. Got it. Okay.
Wow, that was Gamork the second time.
Okay. So yeah, you and Gamork sit up. It's fairly uneventful. You do hear some rustling here and there, but you know the forest well, and it's mostly small animals. You think maybe there was a panther like a far distance away at one point. Not sure because it was so faint. But yeah, fairly uneventful. You wake up Halil. Halil, give me a perception.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I reach out to that animal I heard?
Yes, you may do that. So you're going to use that certain ability?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you hear the large animal in the distance, you're sort of familiar with the mental effort to do this, so you sort of beckon for it to come to you. And when that happens, all of you, not including Anya, wake up. You feel a sudden sort of giant twist in your guts.
God damn it.
feels like the world has gone sideways. Like, you know, you're still lying down, but it feels like you're standing up or standing on your head. All the colors are weird, and you have headaches. You do finally, after a few moments of this, maybe one or two of you even just sort of like grunt a little bit. You do right yourselves, if you will. But I have to pass out more things. So you do once again note that your special abilities have changed. So Fallon, here is your first one. And your second one?
That's me.
Oh, it's because he changed his name to Scary Spice.
Oh,
Damn
How
it,
did it
Scary
happen to me?
Spice.
I'm sorry. It should be
Okay, I'm
changed.
sending it to Scary
I
Spice.
see them both.
Oh, you do? Okay, so I just.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just that I'm sending it to both of you because I gave you like permissions. All right, so that's
Kane,
fine.
please forget how to read momentarily.
I will forget how to read momentarily.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
So.
But
now
remember
I
how
gotta-
to remember what you've read.
Now I have to send to Ginger. So there is your first. And your new second.
I try to make it easier by going straight to just Posh Spice.
Alice. there
Good
is-
work, Posh Spice.
Posh Spice.
Okay.
Sugar cane isn't. Sugar
Gosh,
cane.
everybody has different names tonight. I'm strong,
Sugar
man.
cane is an ingredient in Breath of the Wild.
There is your first.
He could change it to cane spice. He's just not playing along.
And there is your second. All right. So that's everyone's. Remind me to give it to tell Colleen hers if Brave comes. But yeah. So at this point, you are all woken up. You have experienced the sensation. Fallon, you do, through the sort of nausea, hear the animal that you called sort of loping towards you guys.
So you're saying I hear it or everybody hears it?
Well, it will eventually, you hear it. Very soon it will get very close and the others will notice as well.
Okay, so I just, guys, don't freak out, okay? Oh,
I'm
Atmospheric.
actually trying not to vomit. So, what are you talking about?
And at this moment,
wait for it.
a large cat breaks through the sort of shrub that surrounds where you guys are and sort of strides up to Fallon. And it says, "You rang?"
What? Can you describe it anymore?
It's just like typical Black Panther. It's just sort of trotting up to you with that sort of light grace that only cats have. It walks up in front of you and sort of sits down in front of you.
And I say, what's out there tonight?
Well, not much. Actually, wait. Let me think. What?
Oh no,
is-
there's something approaching
No, I
from
have
my right
to-
ear.
I have to see something. Just the usual small prey animals. Most of the other cats keep their distance from me.
And I say, seen any of the snake people, or any goblins or any demons and such.
Well, may have smelled a few dead ones a little ways south, but nothing else close that I've noticed. The snake people, and you see the cat sort of think for a moment. Those are further east, no?
Most of the time. And so I ask him, hold on. I want to.
And actually, let me see here. Okay, yep. You do know the cat is male.
So I say, what's your name?
Is that pronounced the natural way, or?
What does it kind of sound like?
I mean, I'm willing to go with this. I just, my name is Rock. Rock? Rock. My name's Rock.
That's it, Rock. You're a cat.
It's spelled differently.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, just hang out for a while, all right? You can nap next to old Gamok over there. He's nice.
It looks over. Honestly, I'd rather be getting back to where I was sleeping.
I'm sure you would. Well, get in a tree then. Fine, I don't care.
So for the record, are you actually looking to compel this particular panther, or are you just asking?
I'll compel him.
Okay. And the cat sort of looks up at you and says, "As you please, then." And it sort of climbs up a tree pretty close to where you guys are and hangs out on the branch.
Awesome. Okay, then I'm done with that and pass the watchman's torch on to Halil.
Okay. Halil, I'm going to go ahead and say that you have advantage on this check since the cat is sleeping lightly, used to the sounds of the forest, and might stir or do something.
Hooray.
If he notices something.
Do you want me to roll it again,
Yeah,
or do you
roll-
want to use the one I rolled earlier?
I'll use the one you rolled earlier. It's all the way up there. Oh, okay. So yeah, you also wait up for a few hours. Once again, don't actually notice too much particularly. Which brings us to, who did I assign to Colleen?
Me.
Okay.
That was me all along.
Go ahead and roll perception for Colleen.
I'm going to use her inspiration die.
Oh gosh.
I was just kidding.
All right. So
Nat 1 did it.
yeah, I mean, does have advantage, but still
Oh,
just
okay.
an 8. So yeah, Colleen sits up as well and passes a quiet night. Does hear some rustling in the bushes next to her, and maybe even mentions it in the morning, but is pretty sure it was just a small animal of some kind. And you guys wake up the next day. So as the last of you, so Fallon, or actually, yeah, at the end, it's really just Fallon who's sort of finishing off his full night of sleep, but you finally do stretch and wake up. The others have some breakfast. Well, it's really just rations at this point, but the others are sitting around munching on a quick breakfast, and you sort of brush yourself off and grab something as well.
Cool.
Anyone?
So does anyone want to talk about the large jungle cat in the camp now?
I think he's cool.
Is this,
I like
the new, is this the new Terry?
So you
Um,
killed the 3.
Valens. Well, this is this fella. His name's Rockjaw.
Rockjaw. His name is Rock. Does he know he's a cat?
That's what I asked him.
Alright, well. I guess I'm kind of used to this now, as the story is waking up to large jungle predators, but I'll say no more. And I guess I offer Rockjaw a good berry.
He just sort of looks up at you as if to say, "Really?"
Yeah, he's getting a good berry. It's on the ground next to him. Take that. 20 good berries left.
He looks at the good berry, looks up at you. Give me an animal handling check.
Sure. I'm good. Oh, I'm really bad at this. I'm gonna Tides of Chaos this and get advantage.
Wait. Okay, yeah, all right.
I do have control of him, so.
An 8.
He looks down at the berry, looks up at you, and then Fallon looks over to you and says, "Does the human understand that I don't... Well, you're a human too. Does this one understand that I don't eat this?"
No, he's he doesn't. Just
And then I walk away. Job well done. Good berry placed in front of him. I'm sorry if he doesn't want to be full for the entire day. That doesn't seem like my problem.
It's fair. It's fair.
well, if you knew anything about pets, you got to wrap it in some meat or something.
Oh, which reminds me, everybody deduct another rations. So that'll just be for
Wow.
the day.
We're going through these.
Yeah, it's a long trip through the woods. Okay. So, anyone looking to do or
Should I
discuss
deduct
anything
more-
before you go?
Should I deduct more rations or
You know, just for simplicity, I'll say no. And like
Okay.
maybe they're foraging around some or something like that.
okay? I guess we're just continuing traveling on.
All right. So yeah. So as you break down your camp, you head out for the day. Are you still sort of traveling at a normal pace? 3, 2, 1. Okay, assuming that you are. So what I need is, I imagine Fallon is, yeah, totally still hear the screaming. That's fine. Not all the time. I imagine Fallon is still leading, but I'm going to say he gets like one person to sort of help him navigate. So Fallon and somebody else can give me survival checks. Fallon, you'll have advantage.
I grew up in the forest. I've got it. Yeah.
All right. So let me see here. Okay. So I gotta make a note of something real quick. All right. And we are going to fast travel a little bit as well. So you travel through the next day, no particular problems. Every once in a while, you see a gap in the trees, and you notice the mountains beginning to loom a little bit closer on the horizon. Towards the end of this day, light rain begins to sort of mist down. Not actually that uncomfortable given all the trees that it's filtered through and sort of the vaporous nature of it. Go ahead and repeat those survival checks for the, or actually, let me think here. Yeah, go ahead and repeat those survival checks for the second day. Okay. All right, very good.
Scary Spice at advantage, right?
Correct.
Because Fallon's at advantage. Sweet.
Correct. Oh,
No.
and are you keeping control of Rock for all these days?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll just go and do that. All right. You travel another, like, again, surprisingly uneventful day for all the trouble that you were fearing potentially running into in this forest. You've managed to navigate pretty well so far. And right. All right. So give me one more pair of checks for the third day. As at this point, the mountains are starting to look very close. Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys get up on the third day, head out. Fallon has been navigating you very well. And at this point, as you go a few miles, the trees are sort of starting to thin out. You can see the feet of the mountains starting to get very close. And then I need everyone in the party, including Gmork, to make a perception check. Fallon, I will say, based on your Panther companion, you will have advantage. And let me see. This is yeah.
I just have this feeling I might not need it. I don't.
Gmork has advantage as well.
And he rolled a 19.
Can we talk about how I nat one on Kaleem's second check, a perception check again as well?
Nice.
Wow,
Nice.
Two in a row.
sucks.
Wait, which one's Colleen?
So the first one was mine, and the second one
The
was
nat
Kaleem.
one.
Yeah, the nat one was Kaleem.
Oh, okay. They both
I need to
say
change.
Posh Spice, which makes it incredibly difficult, but that's fine.
Yeah, so I have to like go down to change who I'm switching as between doing stuff. It's gonna be very confusing.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I failed that a few times when I was playing you.
So let me see. So we got 25, 21. Here's what actually matters. Oh, and you're traveling with Anya. So let me give you. Oh wait. Oh, I just realized something. Let me think about this. Okay. Let me back up just a little bit. So a moment before this check, you see coming from the woods in front of you. I'm ad-libbing this a little bit slightly just so I don't have to retcon too much. You see walking in from the woods in front of you a very large, tough, and somehow smart-looking orc. Breaks through the trees and says, "All right, I'm back." And Fallon, you look and you recognize Crow. It says, "Way's clear to the mountain."
And I say,
Back? What? Kane says,
Fallon says, people don't do anything. Hold on. And I walk over to him to have a quieter conversation.
Sure.
And I say,
"You're looking at me funny, Fallon. We've been trying for a few days now."
Yeah, about that. I don't think I have been. Not with you,
He reaches out with
anyway.
his fist and raps, none too gently, on your forehead. Says, "We met up in the first part of the woods. I said that I would scout ahead."
Right, well, here's my end of it. We came here on our own, and I just saw you just now, and I think I might have an explanation, but it's not that I really understand.
That your memory has left you since I last spent much time with you?
Yeah, totally. No, actually, what's going on is we kind of let in on this little tidbit of information. Apparently, we, this group and I may be kind of traveling in and out of different realities, or that kind of thing.
He just sort of stares at you, and you can see him. Give me insight with advantage.
God damn it.
Okay, like you see his eyes sort of glazing over a little bit as you're talking, but he's just sort of like staring at you with this quizzical look on his face.
So I say, all right, fine. Do you see the cat? And I point to
Yes,
Rockjaw.
I see the cat.
Was he there when you left?
No.
He's been with me for however many days it's been.
Like 2 days. It's like,
He's
well, that makes sense. I left before that to scout ahead.
Oh, God damn it. What did we talk about? Did you talk to any of these other people?
Yes, I talked to you all when I first met up with you.
Okay, fine. And I turn to the group and I say, guys, do any of you know this guy, know this orc?
Anya raises her hand.
I've never seen him before in my life.
I do not know.
I don't know.
He a specific orc or just sort of a generic orc?
I look at him and give a smirk and say, yeah, generic.
He, again, sort of shoves you. Orog.
Guys, do any of you know his name?
Nope.
I mean, I can
Who dis?
make a guess based on the fact that you're talking to him,
New
but I
timeline,
don't
who dis?
actually know it.
And Anya says, Crow?
Right. So, do you need more convincing?
Wait, who are you asking about?
To Crow. To Crow.
That your entire party uses strange mushrooms?
You know I haven't used mushrooms in a long time.
Last time I used those mushrooms, or whatever I died.
Fallon, are you implying that what I think happened again happened again?
Yep. Cat's out of the bag. No offense, Rob.
So
Taken.
does he know who we are?
Apparently. Hey, Rockjaw, what's that guy's name that's got his shirt off there? I assume you walk around with your shirt off. Hello.
Yeah, but why are you asking the cat?
Oh, sorry. Crow. I mean,
He sort of sighs and then points to each of you in turn. Halil, Colleen, Alistair, Kane.
I'd like to have a surprised look.
Yeah, but who the fuck you be though?
Anya, maybe you can help Fallon explain this, or at least back up his story.
Sure. So we met, about 3 days ago now. Crow was running the other direction.
Oh, no, not that part of the story.
Oh,
Maybe you could fill in as to why we don't remember Crow anymore, or at least validate, I'm sure, what Fallon has told him.
what's to validate?
Oh no.
crap.
She's not part of it.
So
okay. I guess you don't know either anymore. Excellent.
So fun fact there, Anya. Back in the at the tower, you initially told us to meet you there to meet Crow, and then a little later you told us it was because Tower Lady wanted to see us, and now
Her name.
and now you're referencing.
Damn it! What's her name? Nistia.
Wait.
Now you're acting like
Nistia.
we knew
Nistia.
Crow all along or something.
Also, someone may have told us while we were at the tower that we slip between timelines and realities, and Therefore, we have memories that others don't, and people have memories that we don't have. That was what I was hoping you would validate, but it looks like that was the other Anya we told that to.
Oh, I just remembered. I do remember taking you to the tower to meet with High Priestess Cantaniel. We met with her, and then we took off to.
Wait, was that a different high priestess that I'm hearing? Or is it Nistia Catania?
Yeah, it's Nistia Cantaniel.
Okay. I was like, was one timeline have a different priestess? Because now I'm getting confused.
Yeah. No, that's her full name.
Okay.
I do remember that, and so we took off in search of Cyphera, and that's when we ran into Crow, and convinced him to come with us, actually.
Right, I don't remember any of that. And I look at him and say, and I look at Crow and I say, if I promise you any gold, I'm not paying.
Fair enough at this point. You promised me 50, but it doesn't matter. And he gives you a smile to say, no, not really. So, do they remember anything of this then? He sort of looks at Anya, she shrugs and says, I guess not. Do you guys want me to tell you what Crow said?
Can Crow tell
that's
us
a
what
good
Crow
idea.
says?
Well, whoever's gonna spill the beans, go ahead.
She looks up at Crow. Crow sort of shrugs and says, I appreciate the gesture. I'm not much one for words, but I can handle this one more time. And Anya sort of nods, says, what, about 2 weeks ago now, I was captured by a group that's set up in the forest here. The orcs and goblins have been fighting for some time now. I was in a band that was supposed to scout out their camp. Most of the force was destroyed, and I was captured and interrogated. While I was there, their leader seems to be a human swordsman of some kind. Let slip something about the Yuan Ti in the eastern woods having a powerful artifact. He referred to it as the crown. Anyways, I heard that well. I believe he thought I was unconscious. Anyways, he instructed a few of the goblins to take me outside the camp and just finish me off. Perhaps, to be honest, I do a bit suspect whether he let me go, but I can't imagine why. Anyways, I managed to kill the goblins. I was not as incapacitated as I looked, and ran south, which is where I met with you all. I mentioned the possibility of investigating this crown, but we decided to continue north to the mountain for the errand that you were already on. As my direction also lies that way, I figured it wouldn't hurt to tag along.
And I ask him in Orcish, which I believe I speak. Yeah, Orc. Where he's going. Just home or what?
And he answers you, also an Orc, and I actually have to think because this speaking pattern would change a bit. I'm interested in this crown, but for now, home is good enough.
And I say, so other us decided to skip the crown. Does this us make the same decision?
Well, what are we, on the edge of the mountain now? While I really, really have an urge to go after said crown, I don't suppose it's probably going anywhere. Maybe we should head to the mountain, find our mirror, and then go after the crown next.
Well, I mean, It could be a trap to lure us away from the mirror. Or they could have it, and if these baddies are trying to get the crown, then we might want that instead. First.
Crow looks at you all and says, to be honest, getting away seemed a bit too easy. I haven't detected any tail yet, but I imagine if they don't want to use us to flush out the crown from the Yuan-Ti, if in fact they have such a thing.
I think that while we're here right now, we should be checking out the mirror.
Yeah, maybe, and the other us kind of maybe aren't that. I don't know. Maybe they're not that bright, so we should just do our own thing.
Anya, do you have any inkling of how large the mirror might be?
She holds up her hands, sort of like, I would imagine something like this.
All right, I was just making sure it wasn't.
Oh,
burdensome.
some sort of massive telescope lens or something.
Well, if it was for a dragon, I don't know. I don't know what dragons use mirrors for.
You know that dragons just collect things. They'll take a powerful sword that's far too tiny for them to use.
Jerks. Well, yeah, we have the lead on the mirror. We could collect it and then see about this crown.
And
I also wonder if our Yuanti. Well, I guess we're in their world now. Who knows if the other Yuanti even have the crown, and if we go back, rather they still will.
Right, and we get it, and we're about to grab it, and whoosh, it's gone.
And all the Yuanti are now horse people for some reason.
And they love apple blossoms.
And Crow just sort of looks at you guys back and forth for a moment, and then just shakes his head and says, well, my mission was to investigate after all. I'll stick with you as long as that's on the agenda, I suppose.
Right.
All right, if the path is clear, then let's head up the mountain today.
All right, so you all start headed off once again, and now this is where I was asking for the perception check. So you already did that, so you don't need to do it again, but let me also add the NPCs who are with you. So here is Anya, and here is Crow. Oh, 20 will actually change things. 20, so 17. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so at this point, as you guys are sort of turning to, it's like, okay, good conversation, everybody, let's go. You just sort of listen into the woods for a moment, and you hear footsteps moving at kind of a quick pace, actually. Actually, Fallon, anyone who rolled over a 20, you would notice that there are two distinct groups of them. One sort of coming up to you from behind, and the other one sort of a distance to the left, as if it's trying to get around you, actually. And Anya says, that sounds unfriendly. I suggest we break for it.
Pass without a trace.
Okay. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so given that, are you trying to sneak and avoid them entirely, or are you still just looking to run quickly, but make it harder for them to catch up.
Is it a party decision?
Mm-hmm. So, quick, guys, I'll give you a moment to talk it over, but...
So do we want to just like hide and watch, or do we want to run?
I think hide and watch. I'm always down for hiding from things. And
I mean,
then
because I
stabbing
think
them.
we can still make it, head away from them if we decide it's bad.
And actually, as you're taking just a moment to discuss what you're talking about, I mean, what you're going to do, Anya, you see her sort of, her eyes flicker for a moment. And then she says, guys, I think we have a tail. There's somebody directing them here. We should just go.
Let's go.
Right. Okay.
All right. So she would have announced that she sensed a nearby demon. Okay. So you guys all sort of take off, running through the woods. You do hear the, like, what? They don't seem to be gaining on you as quickly as you might have feared. Maybe the extra little bit of stealth is helping just a bit. That being said, you do hear the pursuing band drawing slowly closer. So as you run ahead, the trees really do start to thin. The mountains increasingly come into focus. And small streams fed by water from the mountains cross your path. Now, at this point, I need everybody to make one more perception check. Fallon can make it normally. Animal companions don't make it. Everybody else has disadvantage.
Perception.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Almost. I guess since it's a 20. I don't know.
Oh, snap. Okay, so Fallon has a 24.
Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. Who are you rolling for? Casey?
Your NPCs, so Crow and Anya.
Ah.
Okay. But Fallon, you notice it first. You notice Crow and Anya sort of look left as well, and then Haleo, last of all, you sort of spin around your head. Actually, along with Colleen too. So a bunch of you notice as you run along the path, you get this brief glimpse of a small grotto that's hidden between two hills. And you actually see it fairly clearly. The hills are shrouding an entrance that would be barely noticeable except from your precise angle. There's actually a stone archway, and actually let me switch to the other view. And the stone on the outside is engraved with a pattern of twisted vines, and atop it is the image of a hawk. And everyone who got a 17 or above, so that's Colleen, Haleo, and Fallon.
Weren't we at disadvantage?
Oh, that's right. So actually...
So not Colleen.
Not
yeah,
Colleen,
so not
basically.
Colleen. So Haleo and Fallon give me religion. And so actually it's not...
Did you say it was a
just
hawk
Anya.
above the door? I couldn't.
Yes. Okay. And all three of you recognize the symbolism as you get a glimpse of this. The motif is actually related to Carulo. You remember it, like actually a very similar kind of image was emblazoned on Johann's shield. And Anya sort of looks around at you guys and says, should we hide there? Seems fairly secluded.
Seems as good a place as any.
Fallon's already on his way.
Okay. Is anyone objecting? Okay. So yeah, you all slip down the embankment and head for the arch. When you get closer up, you see that the vine motif that spans the perimeter of the arch seems to form into words of some kind, or at least symbols like pictograms, but the meaning of it is sort of lost on any of you. You do recognize that, you're sort of in the land sort of forms a bowl where you're at, and that it would put you at a severe disadvantage if you're noticed. So you all hurry through the arch. And I am going to go and put on a little atmosphere at this point. You find yourself, you had expected a cave, but instead you find yourself in what looks like a courtyard, in sort of a rocky bowl. There are sheer cliffs on either side that stretch toward the afternoon sun. The ground beneath your feet is carpeted in lush grass. It seems manicured, almost. And there's a pond ahead of you to your right. You hear the croak of frogs and the whirring of dragonflies. And before you is a second archway. It's a simple hole in the stone with a blackness beyond. Actually, wait a minute. Let me drop in Crow, because he is here now. Oh, do I not have Crow's token?
It's Crokin.
Oh, there we go.
Damn it, I was typing it.
Oh, this is
Sorry. Nice.
Okay. Sorry, just give me a moment here. I'm doing a little housekeeping. Okay, cool. So before you is a second archway, which is just a simple hole in the stone with blackness beyond it. The door is flanked by two copses of trees. And as you look behind you, you notice that the door through which you entered has disappeared. You look to your right, and you see a basin of carved stone. Inside the basin is a battle axe and a wooden wand. And above the basin, you see written in common, in large letters, the words, "Come in peace, leave in plenty."
Guys, I think we gotta leave our weapons here.
I'm gonna use my Wand of Secret twice.
Okay.
One centered around, I guess, like this point where I'm at. This
Okay.
one. And then one centered closer to, like, here.
Okay. Let me, I have to double check exactly what that does.
What?
So just a second.
Within 30 feet, it detects secret trap doors or traps.
Okay. You do not detect either.
Okay. Then I'm gonna put my weapons in the, or I guess my wand boat part, my arcane focus into the bowl.
Okay. Crow sort of turns to you, Fallon, and says, "What's he doing?"
So did you say you're putting your wand and focus in the bowl?
My wand is my focus, but yeah.
Okay. And I say, well, the writing up above indicates that to leave or to continue, we must discard our weapons.
Or that if we discard them, we'll be rewarded. Not necessarily that we have to continue.
Yeah, it means something to that effect.
And
Yeah.
you trust that?
I like my weapons, guys. I don't think I'm down for getting rid of them.
Kane has to stay. You can stay here with Kane since he does not want to.
If you want to give me 10 minutes, I guess Colleen says, I can cast Detect Magic and see if there's anything more I can tell you about this place before we go further in.
Fair enough. little bit wary of somebody telling me to leave my axe behind. And Anya sort of says, though, but it does make a sort of sense with what I know of Carulo.
And Fallon says to Crow, when did you need an axe to fight?
Fair enough. And you see him, as he's waiting for the others, he just sort of shrugs, walks over to the basin, and throws his axe rattling in.
Alistair is walking up to look in the pool, and as he does, he like goes, "Oh, almost forgot," and doubles back and puts his crossbow in the bowl.
Okay. You see Anya unload her her spellcasting focus, her javelins, her greatsword, also into there.
And Colleen is casting detect magic at this point.
Okay. So the rest of you sort of. Anyone else doing anything during this 10 minutes while
Yeah, I'm
Colleen
gonna
is getting the
put
ritual?
my dirk, my shuriken, and the OP staff in the bowl.
Well, all right.
Though I'd like to try the "you would not part an old man from his walking stick" trick.
Kane will put his rapier and short bow and quiver and his first dagger and his second dagger. I think it's all he has. Yeah, because he lost all his other stuff. So he'll put all that into the bin.
Okay.
Is that everything, Kane?
Well, I used to have more, but see, it was lost with the rest of my things.
I'm just making sure. I feel like I just had to check.
Fallon puts Floomp and Thunk and all of the daggers.
I'm just gonna say, out of character, no fair to what was sent to me. I want to know too.
So I put all the daggers I have and any other weapons I own. Does Gmork need to discard his necklace thing? It gives him poison attacks.
It's up to you. Your judgment.
I wasn't gonna, but then Gmork acted like he really wanted to participate, so I let him.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, I guess you do have a. Gosh, you have all of the. What's it called?
Ceremonial daggers.
No, all the little creatures too.
Oh. Well, I'm just saying he has a bunch of ceremonial daggers that I just imagine Valen pulled out like 8 of and just put them in there.
Yeah. Although you do notice that so not only did they have trouble keeping up when you guys started running, but Colleen's zombies are not here with you.
Rip.
I was wondering about that.
Nah, it's funny because we're already dead.
Oh gosh. All right. So yeah. Let me. All right. So Colleen does finish off the ritual and open her eyes and look around. And as she does, anyone who's looking at her would notice that her eyes sort of go wide. And she says, "This entire place is magic. Conjuration, enchantment, extremely heavy on the entire room." And then you see her look over towards the trees as she sort of wanders closer over there and says, "And a few of those I don't actually think are trees. But
Oh,
I'm
Well,
not."
that does sound like even better reason to. I guess we've already committed to putting our weapons in the bowl, but it does make me trust it a bit more.
Untrees.
Well, anyone want to try walking towards that tunnel there? It seems to be the only way out. I'm not noticing anything.
let's go.
Alright. And you do, in fact, make it there without difficulty. So I'm going to assume you all just sort of head out.
Go through.
Head out.
Yeah.
All right. You enter the oh wait, let me check something real quick. Okay, yeah. You pass through the entrance and into a tunnel. You don't get very far before you can see light at the other end. And after a straight, easy journey of no more than a mile, you emerge at a forested temple. You hear the quiet rush of waterfalls. You hear the sounds of birds, frogs, and insects. And a sense of peace settles over you. There's no apparent way but forward through the temple complex, so somewhat warily, but you continue on through. The entire grounds is open to the air, save for a few areas that are sheltered by overhangs. It seems like the walls here serve mainly just to mark off different spaces and courtyards. As you reach the center of the complex, you see a square lawn raised on a stone platform with steps leading to it from either side. In the center, oh wait, and actually, I screwed one thing up. Just a second so that I don't make a mistake later. Okay. So yeah, you see the square lawn. In the center is a polished wooden altar that's shaped sort of like a large wide basin, or almost like a goblet somehow. You look left and right and you see the sun and moon each hanging low in the sky on either side. And beside the stairs you notice two stone pedestals, and a few of you would notice that the words carved into them are in the appropriate scripts and language for Sylvan and Draconic, respectively. Anyone approaching to read those?
I can speak.
Yeah.
I can read the draconic ones.
I want to look at the
I can do
draconic
both.
ones as well.
Okay.
I won't crowd around the draconic ones. Go for the Sylvan.
All right. So, Fallon,
What were the ones around again?
Draconic, and Sylvan.
Draconic and Sylvan?
Yep. So,
Does kid even know what those are?
probably not. Well, you'd probably know Draconic because you've seen lots of Dragonborn, and that's what Dragonborn.
Oh,
is.
that's true.
You probably
I'll go
wouldn't
for
be
what I
that
know.
familiar with Sylvan.
I'll go for what I know. Go towards the Draconic one.
Okay. So you sort of lean in as Fallon and Alistair read that it says the following. It says, "Welcome, seeker, to the lost place. Offer your prayer and seek the blessing of Kerulo." And Halel, the one that's written in Sylvan, says the following. "Welcome, wanderer, to the hidden temple. Make your sacrifice and seek the wisdom of Kerulo."
Mm-hmm. So do they gotta share that with us?
Fallon reads the draconic one to everybody.
Man, if only Johan were
as
here.
so, he says. Says here, welcome, seeker, to the lost place, clearly. Offer your prayer and seek the blessing of Kerulo.
I know Johan. He listen to you.
Well, this one over here says pretty much the same thing. Welcome, wanderer, to the hidden temple. Make your sacrifice and seek the wisdom of Kerulo.
I guess we have to determine, are we wanderers or seekers? Unfortunately, I think wanderers.
I think the gist is the same. I'm not sure whether it's a different message at all, or just the way the languages work.
Well, it could be that. I also feel like the one with the sacrifice is saying that if we give something up, we can get something greater, maybe?
We just gave. What else do we have to give up? We just gave our weapons away.
You sacrifice Kane.
That's rude. I'm not cool with it. Kane's gonna kind of look at the bangle for a second,
No,
and then
I'm not
just
going to
be like,
suggest that. No.
Nah. By the way,
Well, assuming that we're not
we have some
going to
strength.
any sort of dark places with the sacrifice thing, I've got some gold that I'd be willing to give up. I could part with easily.
I just want to inhale a deep breath through my nose, breathe out, and go. This place brings me a sense of peace, ease.
Maybe we should head further into the temple and see if there's any more information.
Fallon walks up and puts his bag of gnome salts on the altar.
Oh, really?
See if anything happens.
What a sacrifice.
Okay, so you put the entire bag in there and then sort of step away?
Well, yeah, to be honest, I still have purple flowers I haven't
Sure.
crafted into.
Sure, that's fair. Okay. But,
That's his most prized possession.
how many doses of that do you have left?
31?
31. Okay. So Alistair, you're starting to get a notion to maybe explore some of the rest of this place when you see Fallon step onto the pedestal and take a small bag from his pack, set it inside the altar, and sort of step back. A moment later, you see a green flame rise up around it and consume the entire thing. The flames go about 3 feet into the air, and there's sort of a rush of air that spreads away from it. And Fallon, as this happens, you get sort of a voice inside your head that says, "Your offering is accepted. Hello, Fallon Fenris. You may ask 3 questions." And you have the sense that this voice, which is not at all the voice that you would expect for a god, but somehow you know that this is actually Karula. So essentially what's going on here, I'm going to play this like a commune spell. So
Oh, what spell?
it's this,
Commune.
the name of the
Okay,
spell
sorry,
is
you
commune.
cut out.
Oh, yeah,
You said
sorry.
that part.
So essentially what that means is that you can ask up to 3 yes or no questions. And you might get a yes or no, you might get a very short, oh yeah, exactly that.
I always forget that Roll20 has an SRD built into it. And then when I remember, it's very useful.
That's crazy.
And I say, okay, first test question is Johann still alive?
Thank you.
Yes.
Hooray.
Yes or no questions, damn it. Lame. Will anything in this place harm us?
No. Unless you ask for it.
She winks at you even though you can't see her. You just hear the audible wink.
Karula is actually male. I'm pitching
male?
him, I'm giving him a little bit of a
Whoa.
higher pitched voice, but yeah, Karula's a guy.
Alright, he
Or a
winks at
god.
you.
not a goddess.
Do the Yonti have the crown of allure?
Just a second. I think so. And with that, you feel, again, sort of a sense of calm settle over you, and you gradually come back to yourself and see the last of the green flame sort of whisper away into the dusk sky.
And I, my facial expression kind of falls as I realize gnome salts that dissipated. And I step away, and then I say, like nothing happened.
Do you say anything
Were you
about
asking
it?
those questions out loud or like in your head?
Yeah, that was all basically in his head. You kind of saw him like maybe. Actually, anyone who wants to can make an insight check.
I'm not bad at those. Insight.
Okay, so Halil came.
Whoa, same roll.
Woo!
Oh,
Same
yeah.
two rolls.
Halil, Kane, both of you notice Fallon sort of rock and seems to like space out for a moment as the offering was getting consumed. But you didn't actually hear the conversation.
Paladin, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm a little bit light on the salt front, though.
Well, I guess that was quite a sacrifice for you.
Damn thing just burned it right up.
Did you find the wisdom of Karulo?
Did you know that's what you would find?
Just because the sentence was "make your sacrifice and seek the wisdom of Karulo."
Oh, that's right. Well, you see, yeah, I did.
All right.
It was
excellent.
weird. I talked to Carulo. You know, you remember how many times Johan tried?
Wait, you actually talked to Karulo? I was kind
Yeah.
of making a joke.
The Carulo. So, FYI, apparently Johan's still around. The Yonti probably do have the Crown of Allure, and this is a safe place. For most of us, except for probably Kang.
Karulo offered you all of that information.
Why me?
Actually, Kane was surprisingly well behaved.
Well, you see, I said, there's no trouble here unless you ask for it. And I just kind of give like a lot, like. So,
When have I ever asked for trouble?
He jokes.
I mean, I didn't ask for trouble. I just, got caught doing troublesome things.
When you have to explain.
I see your point.
Wow.
But yeah, confirmed, Johan alive. And the Yonti most likely do have that crown.
Did you ask Karulo anything about what's going on with us in our different realities?
It wasn't a long chit chat. He told me I could ask him 3 things, and he could say yes or no.
Okay, well, I suppose those were pretty good.
I can't imagine what would happen if you put your dead arm on there. I'm just wondering.
It's not like it comes off.
Oh well, it could, but I guess we left all of our tools back at the.
Yeah. I also might just die of blood loss then.
And when you say left all our tools back, you hear the sound of snapping knuckles and look over and see Crow.
And I roll
Sort of
my eyes.
gives a wolfish smile.
I roll my eyes.
Well, I don't know if the temple would offer us more wisdom, but maybe we should explore more, and we can always come back here if we need to find more answers from Krulo. Does anyone have a prayer they want to say before we leave?
Do,
So I'll
do you
do
know
it.
any prayers?
Yeah.
You don't need to know a prayer, Kane. You just
So
sit down and pray.
I said, Fallon says, clearly I'm willing to give it a shot.
Okay, Kane's gonna sit down, like cross his legs, and I'm gonna whisper the prayer to Casey.
All right, Kane's got
Okay.
this one.
When you do that, also do specify what the language is.
Specify the language.
The
Yeah,
language
what
that
languages
you
do
are
I know?
praying in.
Well, I only know the
Probably
two.
like common and primordial or something.
Yeah, I only know the two languages.
Decide which one would. Be great if you start speaking to a god and the god just sort of goes, "Oh, what? I'm sorry, I don't speak whatever language."
No pearl, come on.
Did you pick Pig Latin?
It's called Orc Latin in this world.
Rule okay.
All right. Kane stands back up.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
Charisma check.
Needs to be convincing prayer from the
All right,
heart.
hold real quick. All right, that's an 18 charisma check.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to get above that 20 mark. It didn't work.
Almost did.
So let me see here. So as you pray that, you sort of allow a little bit of the. All right, so yeah. You allow a little bit of the anxiety that you've been feeling about Johan to bubble up to the surface, and you feel just a little bit of it evaporate, a little bit of a lightening on your shoulders. Go ahead and let me see here. I'll actually just leave this to chance. Okay. Go ahead and write down on your character sheet, blessing 1S. I'll explain that later.
I'll put it under features and traits. Blessing 1S. All right. Cool. I'm blessed, yo.
Lail types get
okay.
blessed.
All right, after Kane stands back up, then I'm just going to start walking past the altar and deeper into the temple.
Okay. Are people following Alistair, or are you staying where you're at?
I'm going to take a little wander around, really. Whether that takes me with Alistair or not.
Okay.
I'm just wandering, exploring.
Gmork and Rockjaw will casually stroll behind Alistar.
Okay.
And I don't know if I get to control Crow or not, but maybe he would go. I don't know.
You see, actually, Crow sort of shrugs, and plops down on the ground and just falls asleep right there. Just, Crow's taking a little nap. So let me see. Anyone who's going wandering around the temple grounds, give me a religion check.
Does that include me walking straight? Is that wandering too?
Yeah, just anyone
Okay.
who's sort of exploring the rest of the area.
I'm just going to let Colleen kind of ghost and not make any checks right now.
Okay, yeah.
Kane's gonna kind of look around a bit.
So, gosh, I can't just, let me see, that's Fallon and Alistair. Okay. So you wander around, and it mostly is just sort of open air pavilions. It's very beautiful. There are lots of sort of vines and flowers that gracefully flow over the architecture. You see sort of what looks like a tower, and as you wander up into it and look through a gap in the sky, you see the moon. You wander over to another one, and through a gap in the ceiling on that one, I said gap in the sky, I meant gap in the ceiling. You see the sun from that one, and you get the sense that this entire place is built very much in harmony with the rhythm of nature, of the sun, moon, and stars. Um, you also do see on the wall a variety of imagery. It depicts, some of it depicts what seems to be a battle between what you generally group together as like the goodly races. So, you know, elves, humans, gnomes, those kind of things. And on the other side, you do see certainly some humans, some tieflings, but also monsters such as goblins and orcs on the other side. And Alistair, you even notice what you recognize to be the Scepter of Command in the hands of one of the humans on the other side.
I would like to go up and study that further if I can.
Okay, are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm trying to see if I can tell which human that is, if there's any text nearby it explaining it.
Okay. You walk up and you notice, as you get really close to it, you notice some detail on the face, the arms, that make it seem maybe like they were trying to indicate like a medium sort of olive skin tone. He has sort of medium length hair. His eyes seem very proud, but as far as who this is, you can't make out much. You do notice him, you know, holding forth the scepter and commanding a legion of goblins and orcs who, at least in Einongren, don't actually get along, but fighting side by side under his command.
Okay.
As you wander further from that scene, you do see what looks to be a very desolate scene at the end of that, with just a barren landscape with a few small settlements surviving. But then as you go further, you notice again 2 large camps pitched, but in between them you see 10 great dragons, and this area is actually, the stones are different colors signifying the all of the
Chromatic and metallic dragons.
that is what I was going for. Thank you. I couldn't remember the word chromatic. And above that image, you see 3 holy symbols that you recognize as the symbols of Carulo, Innis, and Miros. The 3 sort of neutral gods. Finally, this sort of wall of imagery ends with one last scene, and it was a little bit difficult to piece out the chronology, or even if there was supposed to be one in everything that you saw. But you notice at the end, the entire image sort of tapers and disappears as if it's getting sucked down a drain of some kind. And on the other side, you see strange forms, and you know, the others of you see this as well who are there. They remind you more than anything of the creature that swallowed Johann. They seem to have no place here. But then you actually see arrayed around those forms, first of all, a circle, and then around that, the images of all of the gods of Anon Grun, with Kurulos at the top, because this is his place, you guess. And... oh, wait a minute, actually, let me... then you see a second circle around those images, and that's what you see.
All right. I would like to just take out a piece of paper, and if I don't have one, borrow one from Colleen, and just kind of not sketch, but like put it up on the wall and like rub charcoal where the guy with the scepter of command is.
Okay.
To like get his outline, I suppose.
Yep, you make a pretty decent, I don't know what the right word is for it, it's not tracing, but you know what I mean, of that.
Yeah. That's all right. I want to figure that out later.
Okay.
I want to go inside now. If I can find
there
it.
is no inside.
There's no inside. What is this, shenanigans?
There are some, you've been walking through kind of a pavilion. You went into a couple towers, but all of them were either open air or had such large windows or holes open to the sky that they may as well be.
Okay. I guess I'll also take a sketch then of the shapes on the other side of the drain, you said?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, drain is metaphorical.
Yeah, I know.
It's like the image is sort of swirling into it.
It moves into like a horizon point and then, or like you said, it like twists, spirals into a horizon,
Yes.
and then there's these other images. So
Exactly. Yep, so you get that as well. As you're doing that, you do notice that it's not quite a circle. It's actually lots of small straight lines, almost like facets.
like from a ruby, a cursed ruby.
It's reminiscent
Really?
of a gem or a crystal or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tinted red. The
Or
red
I guess
tint.
maybe like a crystal tomb, but that's
Oh.
casting metagame, and I don't have that spell yet.
Roll credits, boys.
Yep, we're done. Everybody go home.
Right.
Goodbye.
That's why the next 2 sessions are cancelled, because it's over.
Okay, well, I guess that's all I have to explore, unless I can find something else that's interesting.
Yeah, so there were a couple of people tagging along. Either of you looking to do anything particularly different than what Alistair did?
Do I see any of that, or you were just describing that all?
Yeah, you
Awesome.
saw everything that Alistair did. I gave him a couple hints, and actually, wait, you were the 7. So maybe you didn't quite get all of the hints that I gave him, but you saw all of the images that he did.
Do I see the guy with the scepter on the wall?
Yeah, and you saw Alistair like make a whatever you call the stupid drawing of it.
Etching? Is it an etching?
No, etching is like engraving into something.
So I walk up to
Tracing.
that part, and I study the face real close, and I put my
Rubbing.
hand on it.
Or rubbing's good.
Okay.
The hand with the ring.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that. You you're not sure if you imagined it. Well, actually, give me religion. Okay. You're not sure if you imagined it because you were like expecting to see something, or if you actually saw it. You think that your ring may have taken on the smallest greenish hue. But as you're holding your hand and as you see that, you instinctively pull your hand away, almost as if you'd touched something hot. And then a moment later, you sort of reflect on what just happened, and you realize, if nothing else, that you are in a temple to Karulo and not to Alkadir. But there does seem to be some kind of affinity, you think. Probably just because of, something in an enchanted place depicting an object related to Alkadir and you holding such a thing on your hand.
Would I recognize the person, or is it detailed enough?
You don't. And I'm just going to go ahead and say you do not recognize the person.
Okay. All right, then I guess I leave the area.
Okay.
I guess the last thing, Casey, that I didn't, I guess, get specific is after I make the rubbings, I just would have taken like a couple notes, like for the guy I would have written like olive skin, proud eyed or whatever, just stuff to recall later. Like the plan for Alistair is to take these next time we're in a big enough library and try to cross reference. So just whatever notes that way.
Got it.
Just
Yeah.
again later.
Yeah. Just I'll sort of. All right, you have credit for thorough notes on what you saw here.
Cool. Because it was a very long description. I did not take actual notes.
Yeah, in part it was because I was making it up as I went. So.
Gotcha. Cool. So I'm going to hold you to exactly what you said.
Yeah. All right. Anyone looking to do anything else, or are y'all just sort of meeting up back where you started? You would have also noticed, by the way, what seemed to be a second archway mirroring the one that you came in through. You imagine it's like the way out.
I think you can meet up back at the altars and then decide.
How long were we moving today before we came here?
About... let me think here. I mean, it was only about half the day. You did spend a little bit of time coming through the tunnel, but actually, are you thinking anything based on that?
I'm just wondering if we should... I was going to see if we should spend the night here.
Oh, I see.
See how close it was, and, even if it's a couple hours extra, like, where we'd have daylight, maybe it's worth it to have a nice, peaceful night for everybody.
Right. Give me a nature check.
Also, we could lose our tail. Nature, that's clean, not me.
Okay. As you're thinking about this, you look up at the sky, and you realize that you haven't been in here that long. The sun shouldn't be that low in the sky. And then you think about it a little bit more, and you realize that the sun and moon haven't moved the entire time you've been in here. And you come to a guess that this place exists in sort of a perpetual twilight.
But I would not know how time would move outside of it. Whether it's stopped or whether it's... All right. Well, then when we meet back up, I would like to, I guess, suggest two things to the group.
Okay, you all meet back up where you were before.
First, I was wondering, what does everyone think about spending the night here? If we had a tail, it might give us time for them to get a little more lost. And also, it might be nice to have one evening where we don't need to set watch or worry about anything happening to us. I'm not quite sure how time works here. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but the sun hasn't moved since we've been here. But we could still, I'm not quite tired yet, but we could hang around and then get some sleep before heading through the other archway.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like the sound of it, but I'm also worried that I'm worried about what could be happening in the outside world.
Yeah,
Away from
and I also don't know how time works here. It's possible that when we get out, we have been gone for merely a minute. It could also be possible that we've been gone for years. This place
Right.
doesn't...
We should. Well, that means we should get. Plus, this is kind of a freaky place.
You think that
I mean,
some of those temporals are here?
I think this place exists outside of the temporals.
Kane, if you didn't have inspiration, I'd give it to you.
That was good. I like
One other thing I just thought
I'm
about.
waiting. Oh, sorry.
And maybe before we leave, we can look around a bit more. And Fallon, maybe you can help with this the most, you and Gamork. There were already an axe and a wand in the bowl when we got here. And I haven't seen anyone else around. Maybe we should try to see if we can locate whether there's anybody else here.
So I give a look at Gamork, and he pads off to search, and I give a look at Rockjaw, who's on the other side, and he does the same.
I don't know about you, Alistar, but to me that just screams free axe and free wand. But
I feel like that is definitely not the will of Karulo that we steal what was...
the will of Karula was to leave behind our weapons when we... Didn't say anything about what to do when we leave.
Oh, by the way, Alan,
they
give
did.
me
Said leave with
perception
plenty.
for your animal companions. Panther is +4 for that.
I'm just waiting for KC to make a turtle appear during one of the perception checks.
Sorry, what did you say the panther was? Because he cut out.
+4. Oh, so same as Gamork, actually. Okay. They take off. I'll just go ahead and narrate it now so I don't forget later. About 20 minutes later, Gamork comes back, just sort of looks up, and I don't know what is Gamork's I didn't see much look.
Wolf shrug.
He just looks down.
Okay.
He doesn't look up at. He just keeps his head down.
And then a moment later, Rockjaw comes back and sort of looks you in the eyes and says, I did find a lovely little bird, but I can assure you there haven't been any large folk here in quite some time, or small folk for that matter.
And, well, I've seen a man turn into a bird before.
I certainly hope not.
Did you eat him?
What do you think?
Well, thank you, I guess. I hope you make it out of here. And I say out loud to, I did not condone the actions of Panther Karulo.
Give me religion. Okay, you traveled with Johann for some time, and you even saw him, shall we say, give it to a deer that just kind of got too close to your camp. And you remember that Krulo is not necessarily what you call a gentle god. He's a god of balance, a god of the natural order. And it is well within the natural order for a panther to eat a bird.
Yeah, we were just in his special chill palace.
Yeah, that's fair. And you do retain some small concern about that, but nothing bad's happening.
Right then. I guess we're good here. We're alone.
Well, I guess just as time doesn't pass here, it's possible that everybody finds their own Temple of Krulo, if it were. I'm not quite sure how these things work.
But we
Or,
all
you know,
leave our weapons in the same spot.
it's also possible that when we walk through, we change timelines and there will be no other axe and wand in the bowl. I have no idea. This not being able to be sure of anything is really, really frustrating, I have to admit.
Yeah, I just choose not to worry about it. Makes things easier.
Also, I guess if we go through the other archway, there's no telling that we'll walk out on our own stuff we left there.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my stuff, guys. I like my stuff.
At least it's something you're used to.
And we'll need our stuff to, like, that was uncalled for.
You know, that axe did look. That
said.
axe did look pretty enticing. Maybe it'll still be there.
That took me a second. there.
I'm gonna really, really discourage anyone from taking anything they didn't put in the bowl to begin with.
Noted. All right, Colin, let's go.
Right? I wink at Kane. Like, that's right.
All right. All right. If the vote is to leave, then let's head out.
We got some demons, or we got some mirror. What the fuck are we doing again?
We're looking for the mirror.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The mirror will do shit for us. Yes.
Anya sort of...
Actually, I think what we decided last time was to do nothing when we found the mirror. That's okay.
I mean, we never decided.
Mirror and chill.
I guess it just depends on our. It will depend on our move when we get there.
It was in the Slack. We decided to find the mirror and shell. That was the vote.
Oh, I missed that vote.
Anya glances back towards, like, sort of gestures with her head back towards the pedestal and says, "Everyone's said your prayers and such? Everyone's good to go? I don't imagine we'll be finding this place again anytime soon."
I mean, not with that attitude.
And I say, did you have one?
I'm a paladin of Venice. I just thought, here we are. Just making sure before we go.
I mean, as a paladin,
Yeah.
it seems pretty good that. I know it's not your god, but maybe still praying to.
And Fallon says, yeah, and I'm Fallon of the Forest, and I still, and I've got and then I do this, and I go, and I've got one of these. I'll give it a shot.
I wish I had anything of value to provide to Krulo. I don't suppose she would just take the money. I don't even need the questions. It seems wrong to leave here without giving something.
Perhaps you won't get questions.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could give an unworthy sacrifice.
You know what I leave, Casey?
Hmm?
I'm gonna. I take out Alistair's bubble blowing pipe, and I put that in the bowl, and then I just walk off the altar. I don't wait for the fire.
Okay, well, I mean, actually, you only get about 2 steps away before the fires do actually sort of lance up around the pipe, and you hear the same voice that Fallon did, and it says, "I don't think you know the value of what you put in there. Anyways."
Well, I was actually... Oh, can I talk back? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Well, no, I do know the value. I wanted to give you something that had actual value and not just coin or something.
Well, you get 3 questions anyway.
Okay.
Wait, what did you get?
Bubble blowing pipe.
I gave my bubble blowing pipe.
This is Trinket from way back when he made his character.
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
thing that Alistair's carried with him this whole time. It was that or my navigator's tools, the only things I still had. 3 questions. Well, I wasn't expecting this, but I guess let me think. Are you aware that we are reaching through time?
Pause for a moment.
For a fact.
Actually, I have to think about this. How did I miss it?
Okay. Well, at least I've made you aware now. If anyone wants to help me roleplay the AT intelligence that has obvious questions we should be asking, let me know.
Wait, so even the gods don't know that we're fucking through
Oh, I
time?
have a 14 intelligence. Well, they do now. I just told them.
But they didn't?
No.
What? What the fuck
Well,
is
as
going
in-
on?
It didn't sound like he was looking. And then it
If
was like,
we-
oh wait,
Well, he said, how
So-
did I miss that?
Yeah.
I feel like that means he would have definitely, at least he thought he would notice.
If we smash the mirror and return a 9 Groon to the main world, will that banish the demon army?
That's a solid question, Alistair. Kudos on that 18 intelligence.
It's a 14 intelligence. I forgot I'm playing a different character.
he's actually dumb.
Yeah, I only have a 14 it. Like an idiot.
I'm going to cry in the corner now with my 8.
Also, I have Colleen's character sheet open on my screen too, so I just have all the character sheets.
Nice.
I have mine. I can open up Fallon's if I really wanted to.
I'm going to open up Alistair's.
Opened up Fallon's now. With his super well drawn, like, portrait. Which is...
Oh, God.
It's just him, actually.
That wisdom score.
I think I have some armor.
With, like, a thicker beard, maybe. And a little
Sometimes
bit,
I
like,
sometimes
yeah,
I grow my beard out.
You hear
like, you get, like, some neck armor going on.
Yeah.
you
exactly.
hear the answer come back, Alistair. Yes. But
Hooray!
Just yes, but
Apparently he's not happy with you.
okay.
the spell doesn't allow him
Yeah.
to
To give more
give a
info.
more elaborate answer.
Yep. And then
No,
inspired
not the butt.
by Halel, my third question is, if we put the Scepter of Command in your altar, will it be destroyed?
Oh shit.
But the money. The monies.
Dollar bills, y'all.
I'm just asking if it will. Alistair wants to know.
No, this is a fascinating question.
I was gonna take a pee break, but it's too interesting right now.
Isn't that a wireless headset? Just mute the mic.
Yeah, but for some reason right now it's not reaching. It. Go ahead.
Oh no,
Okay.
you hear the answer come back, and it's again hesitant, as if he wants to say more. No.
Ah. Get ready.
All
Pocket
right.
dimension it is.
Thank you, Karulo.
That was smart though.
You should have
Okay.
asked if it can be destroyed at all.
Well, but then you just say yes or no. Like, yes, it can be destroyed, or no, it can't. Like, that's not super helpful.
I mean, it kind of is.
I assume that everything
If he
can
says-
be destroyed through like some very specific based on the fact that mirror can be destroyed via ritual.
Well,
Just
yeah,
toss
but
it
if
into
the-
a black hole.
But
Boom.
if a god says no, then it's
Well,
just like, well,
maybe
shit. I guess putting it in the pocket dimension is a great idea. Let's do
Yeah,
that,
I
guys.
accidentally
Uh,
sent the messages to Casey, but I was trying to tell you to ask if it was a bad idea to banish the demon army
Oh.
by breaking the mirror, or if there,
Gotcha.
ask if there's either another way or
Yeah.
I mean,
you're out of questions.
you can
Okay.
you can try to get the spell going again if you want to, but
Well,
Okay, so wait, did Fallon explain what he got questions right, or did he not explain that?
I did.
forgot if
he did.
in character.
He did. Well,
Okay.
you also saw Alistair, like, because Alistair turned around immediately, but then, like, paused as soon as he and Crudo started conversing. So I think it'd be pretty obvious to anyone with a, like, even just regular paying attention that what just
Yeah.
happened.
And actually,
So I
as
can
the
talk-
as the spell ends after your third question, you sort of stumble forward a bit and catch yourself.
So I can just talk to Carulo right now. This is in character.
Well, apparently it doesn't have a. I was wondering if there might be a limit per trip, but I mean, you must give something up. I don't know what you're willing to sacrifice, but I was able to talk to Carulo. I believe Fallon gave his bag of gnome salts. I'm not sure what exactly it was. I think that's what the pouch was.
He'll sort of
Small
pop
pouch.
when you say that.
My most valuable stuff is my weapons.
I gave Carulo a piece of my, I guess, childhood. You could call it a memory.
I don't have anything like that.
Kane could give up his sending stone.
I
Do you
have,
Oh,
Can't. Yeah,
that
that's.
was big.
but
I mean, what do you have on you that you care about,
that
Kane?
would be really bad. I have the sending stone, and Kane's gonna kind of like look at his bangle, but not say it. Just kind of look at it real quick.
Well, I know
I
that you
don't-
care about your
The
coin.
sending-
How much coin do you have?
2 gold.
Oh, well, I'm not sure. I mean, you could part with all of your money.
gave-
I don't know if it'd
I
work.
gave you all my gold.
Yeah.
Uh,
I could give you gold to put in there, but I don't think. I
Fallon-
think Carulo's smarter than that.
Fallon walks up and puts his.
Wait, before
his-
you do that, maybe I should tell you what I asked, so we don't.
Oh yeah, good.
And then I basically just recount the 3 questions, which were, what was my first question?
I was
Oh.
listening.
Yeah, what do the gods know that we're going through time? And
Alright.
Carulo seemed to realize it after I pointed it out, so they are, at least Carulo's aware now. Can we destroy the mirror to banish the demon army? And I tell them that Carulo kind of took a hesitant tone, said yes, but it didn't sound reassuring. And then I also will tell them that I asked if we could destroy the Scepter of Command by putting it in the altar here. And that Carulo said no, but also sounded hesitant, like something else might happen.
All right. So
Okay, can I go up? I'm gonna try this. Can I go up to it and then be like, just put the holy water in there? You know, because he's holy, right?
Okay.
He likes holy water.
You put the holy water in, and nothing happens. And Anya's sort of looking on and says, "It's dedicated to his sister."
Dang it. Okay. I'll put my bedroll.
You put your bedroll in there. Fascinating.
I don't know, like it's a necessary thing I have.
Well, Kane, you could. I know you're fond of your cloak as well.
You shadow in the night.
All of this super valuable crap.
Like I don't have any childhood mementos to give away, Alistair.
Yeah, you should have kept that ton of quartz.
well, let's see what happens
Holy
with your
shit, I
bedroll,
should've
so I can. I
Yeah.
have an idea for myself.
Are you legit putting your bedroll in there?
I'll put all my money in there. Just all the coin I have left. Give it away.
Which is what, 2 gold?
2 gold and 27 silver.
Okay. You put that in there, and you sort of wait, and you're about to reach back in for it, when actually, not as large as the other ones, but the green flame does lick up around it,
Sick.
and you...
Did you take your bedroll out first, or did you also just happen to burn
Yeah,
up your
no, he took
bedroll?
his bedroll out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
decided-
hear a voice in your head. You get one.
Shit. Only one. I was gonna build on the first one. Okay, hold on. So you asked if Johan was alive, right?
Yeah.
Correct, that was the question.
Yeah. Uh, is
Does Thule love me?
no, is the is that woman in my Bengal actually my mother?
In a manner of speaking.
Can I get one more?
You sort of hear like you feel more than hear a sigh, and and Kriya says, "Look, it is your mother's spirit, okay?" And then you sort of fade out of your trance.
Wait, no, I was gonna ask if Johan was like in good health. No.
I only got one question.
That's why I asked if I could get another one.
Yeah.
That should have been your first question. Can I have 3 questions?
No, that would have been
And the
And the
answer
answer
would've
would be no.
no.
And that would be
Yeah, it would have been hilarious.
No.
It would have been the best Kane move of all time. It's like his weird, dumb intelligence thing he's got going on.
He's only a 9. He's not that dumb.
Well, yeah, no, but like sometimes he is like, I'm saying it's a really smart kind of question that turns out to backfire for him.
Sure, that's fair.
So Fallon walks up and says, "I don't know if this will work. He might not like it, but I like it." And I set my necklace of my necklace of amulets.
Nothing happens.
Oh, damn.
And I pick them back up and I say, "Kind of glad about that, actually."
I think
I would
based on
give him my arrows.
I think based on Kane giving up his money and what I gave up and Fallon what you gave up,
yeah.
the sacrifice is something that is most dear to us.
How
we all know.
How is a bubble pipe? What, like I currently need these things.
Actually, what I'll do is
Like you two gave me something you didn't need.
I take the. For some reason, I'm not seeing it in my character sheet, but I could just be missing it. The bottle of the ashes of Matilda.
Oh, okay.
And I hold him in my hand for a second, and I just stare at him, and I say, "Maybe this is right," and I set him down.
Well, hold on, Fallon. I was just gonna ask more about like if Johan's like in good health and stuff. Like you said, he's alive. Like if he was still on
What did you ask?
You set it down.
You don't need to know that.
You set down the ashes, Fallon, and nothing happens. And you give me another religion. Let's make all religion. You don't know why it's fucking not working. Maybe like Krulo is upset with you for some reason that you have no clue about.
Or it's a weird undeady ritual thing that Colleen did.
I look angrily at the pedestal, and I snatch the bottle back up, and I say, "You didn't deserve her anyway."
Maybe we shouldn't insult the god while we're still standing in her realm or his realm.
And then
tit for tat.
I'm just gonna put my hands on the pedestal and be like, is Johan okay wherever he is?
Anya looks up at you guys and says, "I think it might be a once per period of time thing. I don't imagine Carulo wants people standing here asking him stuff all day. Or all
That
whenever
makes sense
this is.
to me.
I didn't get my 3 questions. My buddy is like everything, you know. He
Well,
gave
but
you a bubble
you
pipe
gave it-
for crying out loud.
You gave it up after you had already used it, all of your money. If you had had your full
Well,
wealth,
I
I'm
gave
sure.
the money to you guys because I'm trying to turn.
And then
like,
you also won't tell us what you talked about, which
because it's not relevant to
Kane,
anything that's
Kane,
going
give me
on.
religion.
Religion?
Yep.
Okay. That's intelligence. No. Oh hey.
Okay. All right.
fucking A.
So as you're complaining, your mind is actually working in the background, and you realize something. There are 2 signs by this pedestal. One talked about making a sacrifice, and the other talked about praying for a blessing. And well, you did pray, and you felt kind of good after that, and you did throw in a few coins, and you got a question after that. So piecing that together with what Anya said, the sense you get is like each person can do each one once.
Hey guys, no one prayed. Someone pray. Try the praying thing. See if Johan's okay. If he's in good health. Or maybe that was cover my prayer then. I don't know. Like, he made me feel less worried. Would that like
I'm
be
not
a more
praying
way of saying
yeah.
Johan's good?
What's Clean giving up there, Posh Spice?
Nothing.
I'm not going to make a sacrifice for Colleen yet.
Yeah, the buddy system is just for
Combat mostly, right?
Yeah.
Look, Casey, would that
Stalker
feeling I
didn't do
got when asking about Johan in the prayer, or I guess saying that what I said about Johan in the prayer, would that be kind of a way of kind of be interpreted as like he's okay?
You did feel like it wasn't anything definite, but some of your anxiety about him felt like it was lifted.
Okay, I guess I'll take that as he's okay then. I was gonna be like blood sacrifice, but I really don't have any fucking daggers or anything.
Pretty sure if there's like rocks and trees and stuff, you could find a way to cut your hand if you really wanted to, but...
Are there any sharp rocks around, Casey?
Don't rub your hand in dirt.
JK, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Kane's done.
Anyone else doing anything before you leave?
Nope.
So I guess Fallon says, I guess I'll try the prayer.
Okay.
And then I walk up and I say, dearest Carulo, out loud, since I have no idea how this works.
Okay.
Then I say,
what language are you speaking, by the way? Is this common or is this something else?
well, I'll speak it in Draconic because it was on the thing.
All right.
Well, crap, which one was which?
You do speak Draconic, and that was the one for the prayer.
Okay, so I do that, and I say, please keep Johan safe.
Give me a charisma check.
Oh, just straight charisma.
Yeah, it's just different from what I said.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back and check because I feel like
Shit. All right.
Ayo.
Hold on. Let's do it. There we go, 20.
Slightly
Okay.
better.
All right.
If you can bump it above a boundary, is when I'm going to use the ability. So.
All right. So first, just to get this out of the way, write on your character sheet, blessing D3.
Diamond 3, wow.
And now, as you pray that, you actually hear an audible response. And it says, I will. But for the moment, something one of your fellows said got me paying attention. And I need to borrow you for a moment. And as the rest of you look on, you see Fallon slump to the ground.
I told him not to Wait, did we hear that or no?
Yeah. You heard his prayer, and you're
What the hell
saying-
is that?
So did we hear Karulo's response to him? Because he said it was audible.
No.
Okay.
Audible only to Fallon.
Okay. Well, then I say I told him not to insult Karulo.
Well,
I gotta go up.
only one of you would know what I said, right?
I'm gonna.
Well, I not the prayer part. I would know the prayer part, but I'm saying you insulted Karulo and now you just slumped over in front of us after praying. So.
I'm gonna shake Fallon. Fallon?
Well, no, that moment is frozen in time. We are now going over to Fallon. So Fallon,
What the fuck is that?
you find yourself back in a place that looks very much like the courtyard that you were in before. Actually, yeah, that'll be good. Except now, all the doorways are gone. It's smaller. The bowl that you left all your stuff in is gone, and you panic for a moment because you don't have your weapons. But then you look and realize you do have all your weapons, and Gamork is standing there beside you.
Oh shit! Turn order just popped up.
Yeah, so what I need you to do while I get set up is roll initiative. As you look...
So,
oh,
I
Wait, I
I
have
did
a
it
quick
twice
question.
because of the advantage, and then I'll switch to Gamork.
all right.
if I had gotten a 20, this be happening to me.
Maybe.
So really, this is all Alistar's fault.
I like to think it is.
All right. And
Okay.
you see...
Also, if Fallon kills Blindploop, we're gonna lose all of our special abilities, and I'm gonna be sad.
I don't think that's Blint Poop.
And I don't think that's going to happen if Blindploop dies.
You see what looks for all the world like a floating brain with like jellyfish arms and a bird beak, which is really effing weird. Of course, the immediate concern is the fact that it's flying towards you and attacking you. So, I gotta put in its HP.
I know what this is.
All right.
Looks like one of the robots from those movies.
So here's an
The
attack.
Matrix?
Yeah, that's the one.
We're picking up what you're putting down.
I think 14 is below your AC.
Yep,
One of
it
those
misses.
movies.
Okay, and secondary attack
Misses.
also misses. All right, we are to you.
Why I clicked the wrong sheet there. That's the one.
Okay, that is a miss as you jab out with your dagger, and it sort of tilts to the side and pulls its tentacles away.
Do I get to do the offhand or no?
You with a dagger, you do. Okay, that is a hit.
Magic dagger
As you
too.
jam it into the flesh of the brain thing. Does that? Yeah, it does include the magic. Okay. Just since this hasn't come up very much, actually, I'll remind you, you do have the ability that lets Gamork use his reaction if you want.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
Oof.
And as this is happening, Fallon's like, "This is weird."
Okay, fails the save, so it'll take 12 damage, and it's poisoned for 3 turns.
It worked one time.
All right.
Woot, woot.
Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right. It's to Gamork.
And he does Man, I keep clicking the wrong character sheet. Probably nothing.
Yeah. Mork sort of lunges at it, but too low. Just sort of weaves out of the way. Anything else for Mork?
If he moves now, does it? If he like just moves behind it?
If you don't move out of its space, then you're good.
Okay, he moves there.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh.
wait. Never mind. We're good. We're good.
Okay.
Wait.
Cool. Oh.
Does he have to be next to a character?
Yeah, in order to use his reaction to attack, he has to be like within range of it.
Okay. Okay. Well, he just moves here then.
Okay. I mean, that would work too.
Okay. Well, he gets advantage if he's next to.
If you're next to it.
Okay.
He doesn't have to be next to you. Okay.
Okay. Cool. That's all. I forgot about that. Go.
All right. Cool. So now we're back to it. Yeah, sure. No opportunity attacks. So we'll just sort of slide over here, and these attacks have disadvantage because poison is really good. So
second. Okay,
Poison
well, it
imposes
misses.
disadvantage? What the hell?
Yeah,
That's
it's
really good.
disadvantage
The poison stats effect, yeah.
on attacks and checks.
Damn, son.
Yep, and that's going to be a miss as well. And let me see here. Yeah, and it just sort of opens its beak and shrieks at you a little bit. Give me insight with disadvantage.
Am I fighting?
Okay, yeah, you just see this really weird thing shrieking at you.
Am I fighting Bone Bloop? Or I mean, Karula, I should say.
It's your turn.
It's Johan. You're fighting Johan's brain.
Cool.
No, don't say that. I'm scared now.
Well, it attacked first, so.
Maybe trying to
Tried
give you a
to
hug.
hug you.
I clicked the second one first.
Oh, that's fine. We can do your second one first, actually, if you're going to do both anyway.
Yeah.
So that's a hit. All right. Yep. 2 of the damages. So you sort of clip one of its arms. And yeah, second one gets in there. You jam it straight into the brain and deal some nice damage.
X gonna give it to you.
First we rock.
Then we gotta roll.
I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Gamork?
Oh, wait. Does Gamork get his reaction attack?
I will allow it. I was making you remember that time.
Yeah, no, I meant to. I appreciate it. So he is going to try to tackle again.
Okay.
Casey is merciful.
And that's a miss.
Okay. But it's his turn now.
Yep. That's a hit. He gets a really nasty tasting bite of brain jumping up on this thing. But does deal some good damage. And now I have to remind myself, is poison effective against saving throws? I don't think so. But let me double check that. Yeah, okay, so it still gets its save. Strength. Okay, so makes the save. All right, I think that brings us to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll just keep going. Let me see here. Yeah, we'll go after you again.
That's is it still disadvantage?
Yeah, it's still disadvantage. That's a mess. Okay. All right. Here's its next attack. All right, that's another miss. And it is going to try to hightail it over this little pond.
Oh, okay, so it survived the save against. I guess I was thinking about something when we talked about that. Go ahead.
So it's trying to move out of your range. Is anyone expending reactions against it?
I don't think Gamork has his.
Actually, he does because he's taken his turn since that happened.
Oh, he went after? Okay.
Then he does.
Okay, you and Gamork can both do it if you want.
Wait, try and talk to it.
So I will say that for you, you had your daggers in your hand on your last turn, so you don't have time to like restow it for an opportunity attack. So it will be a dagger attack. If you want to
Okay.
do that.
I sent you a message. You didn't respond, but can I control this thing or talk to
Oh,
it?
I didn't get a message. That's weird. You can try.
Okay, I want to try, I guess, to talk anyway
Okay.
with my mind.
You want to try to talk to you. You concentrate really hard, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Wait. Actually, wait a minute. Let me think about this. Give me a charisma check.
Let's go.
Okay.
Bam.
You. All right. Well, let's. All right. I have to think about when this is happening. So this would have to happen on your turn. Are you opportunity attacking it as it tries to go away?
I mean,
Because you
no.
wouldn't have time to do this until your turn. You just let it go away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So now we're on your turn. I'll like let you. This can be like your bonus action trying to do this. You do feel like almost a click, and you hear garbling in an unfamiliar language inside your mind.
Okay. But it's communicate telepathically. Are you still?
Can you get like
are you
feelings and
going to
stuff?
try to say anything to it?
Sure. I say, what are you and why are you attacking?
And through all the garble, you somehow the language doesn't change, but you recognize some of it as words. And it says, I have given you strength.
Is okay.
If you want to say anything else, it'll take up the rest of your turn.
And I say, okay, fine. I say, are you Blin Ploop?
You... What? What is blind ploop?
And I just say,
And then you have another moment passes, and it's like, and it says, that. You might say that. And then that's the end of your turn. Is Mork doing anything on his turn?
well, I guess he can get to the edge.
Okay.
I mean, how deep is that one?
Are you looking to just kind of have a standoff for a moment while you'd speak with it? We can jump out of initiative for the moment.
Sure.
Okay, I'll just randomize who gets the first turn when we start, although the poison effect will disappear during this time. Okay, so you can now try to communicate with the thing.
And I say, why are you here?
To aid you.
Why did you attack me?
Because I thought you were coming to purge me.
Crap. Damn it, Casey. What happens if I purge you?
I don't help you anymore.
What happens if I don't purge you?
I continue.
Did you take Johann?
I'm not aware of the fate of that one. I've been here this entire time. I know nothing more than you.
I don't know what to do here. Damn it. Okay.
Maybe try to ask Carullo.
Okay, yeah, that's a fine idea. I say, Karula, what gives?
And the space to sort of this side of you sort of swirls, and you see the outline of a form. Seems like a very tall, thin man or elf. Maybe, I mean, much taller. Like, elves aren't usually that tall. They're mostly shorter and slender. And this figure is maybe like 6'8". All outlined in green light. You can't make out detail. And, but you hear Kurulo's voice as well. And he says, I was clued in by one of your party that some things had become unhinged with you all. And as you prayed, and I looked into you, I found this. I believe it is not natural. I believe it is best purged.
And I say it's only been helpful so far.
And you've been hopping through time, yes?
Pretty much.
Isn't that a little bit troubling?
Right, but I did speak to one who said we may not exist in some spots. What if I come back to a, blink out of existence?
I can only maintain this form for so long, Fallon. But hear this. There are some things that were not, that are not, and that should not be. And they are seeking to assert themselves onto reality. I have only just become aware now of the scope of this problem, but I assure you, the creature that you see here is part of the problem. I imagine that once you are rid of it, you may resent me for what follows, but unfortunately, I cannot get rid of it myself. It's in your head, so I would urge you to do so.
So Fallon says, all right, fine, but if you can help me out in a similar fashion or better, much appreciated. And then I turn to, I guess, attack Blend Ploop.
Okay, and the form swirls and vanishes. We are going to randomize the starting point in the initiative. So, Gmork thing, you. Okay, so it is your turn.
How deep is that water? Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Yep.
Whoa. That was weird.
Okay, and actually don't subtract a magic arrow for this. This is all happening in your head, so you're not actually using up your real magical arrows.
Okay, okay.
That is a hit, though.
It was weird the dice rolled twice in front of me.
Oh, okay. And yeah, you thunk it straight through the space just to the side of the beak, and you see a white fluid sort of start to leak from it, and it shrieks. Anything else?
I guess I will stay where I am.
Okay. And it says, well, and actually no, it garbles something again, and this time it's shrieking out loud. You recognize it as the language that you briefly understood when it was talking inside of your head. You get a sense of hatred and anger just roiling off of it, and with almost a spiteful look on its face, or on its beak. Weird. It moves forward and attacks Gmork. I think that's a hit.
Correct.
All right. So 7 piercing damage to Gmork, and Gmork has to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, does make the save. However, the creature has now wrapped a few of its tentacles around Gmork and is holding him in place. And then it will also attack with its beak.
Oh shit! I didn't do my thing. Oh well.
Did you want to do something? I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
did sort of
good.
narrate through that.
No, you're good.
Okay. So yeah, so I think that's let me think. Grappling doesn't actually give you any kind of advantage, I don't think. It just like restrains them. So that's a miss.
Was it Gmork's turn first, or the thing's turn? Did I do something for Gmork?
Oh, you're absolutely right. I skipped straight to it. Okay, let's back that up. That's what'll happen if it gets its turn. Can Gmork do anything?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real honest because I knew it was Blindploop and it was near the water. I was wanting him to back up anyway.
Sure.
So he can back up.
Oh, okay. Well, in that
And
case,
ready a dodge or whatever.
okay. Well,
Okay.
in that case, oh, okay, taking dodge. All right, so it'll just go after you then. So the first attack was a 21, which I think hits you.
It does.
So now you make me a Constitution save.
I like how you don't have to reroll.
Yeah, I'm just going with it. The second one will miss you, if that helps. And you do make the save, okay, but it's now holding you in place. And
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Can I still attack?
Yep. Grappling literally just means like you can't move.
Okay. I did the second one again.
That's fine. It hits. Yep, you stabby stab.
I like how the second one is just a tickle weapon.
Yeah. All right, so you actually reach up with both daggers and slam them into either side of it. And holy, oh, that's for the crit. Okay, but yeah, and you do see, you hit something, fluid just bursts out of the brain, and you feel the tentacles that are restraining you just drop from around you. You fall to the ground, you know, just like a short distance, sort of catch yourself, look over at Gmork, and then the whole scene becomes hazy, and the rest of you, Fallon has fallen onto the ground, sort of seemingly having lost consciousness.
Fallon?
I'm shaking Fallon. Fallon?
Well, we'll fade back in on Alistair saying again, I told him not to insult the god.
And Fallon, your eyes open up, but the world's all kind of wobbly right now.
And I
Kane's
say,
face is wobbly.
You see Kane's blue face saying, Are you okay?
He's trying to give you mouth to mouth, even though you've been breathing.
No.
Can I be struggling to push him away, but he's still trying?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Kane, that's you don't give CPR for this sort of injury.
I'm not trying to give CPR.
And I say to oh God, which one of you has what? Alistair,
Yeah.
can you make a portal? Just try.
And I look at Fallon and I say, "Where do you want the portal to go?"
It's just a test, man.
All right. I attempt to open a portal heading back to the mural.
You succeed. The two portals
I
spring
walk
up.
through the portal, and then I walk back through the portal.
I look over at Rockjaw, and I'm like,
Rockjaw has wandered off.
Can I call to him at all?
You can shout for him.
And so I say, well, shit, boys, there's a panther loose, and we don't have weapons, so
I
let's
thought he
get
was
the
your
hell
friend.
out of here.
I thought the panther was your friend, fella.
Yeah, I think I just got tricked into killing Blindploot. Let's run.
All
Wait,
right.
what?
I'm struggling to my feet, stumbling to try to start towards the
Does my
exit.
portal head towards the? Is it closer to the exit? And I sent towards the mural, but
Right. So basically, if you think about, like if this arrow points from the entrance to the exit,
yeah.
you guys are kind of like here. The mural was over here. You just need to get back this direction.
Okay, so no, my portal is not
No.
helpful right now.
Right.
All right. Then I drop the portal and we go. Yes. All right. Well,
Wait, what do you mean you killed Blind Poop?
I think
As
we
you're
should
walking.
explain it later if there's a panther.
Fallon's
Yeah,
running.
like-
Fallon's running as best as
Oh.
his weirdly now conscious legs can take him.
I guess I'll follow it and while you run. So, what do you mean you killed Blind Poop?
If you can talk, you're not running fast enough.
I'm running faster than you.
I just want to go along at a sedate pace, enjoying the peace
And they'll
of
just
this
like
place.
casually jogging next to us.
I want to outrun Kane.
Oh, you went out me, huh?
I guess I start
Oh,
running.
next
But if
against you.
Hilal's walking, I'm just gonna walk near Hilal because I think I have a better chance standing next to Hilal if a panther attacks me than if I'm running with Kane and Fallon.
I mean, Halil can always outrun you, though.
Oh yeah, but Hilal can fight the panther. I think Hilal can fight the guy without his weapons.
Crow looks
Alright.
back at all of
Don't
you
use spells.
and says,
Well, we're like, we've
Oh yeah,
run.
without your
he's
focus.
lost his
Okay.
head.
Which is weird because he just
No matter. Let's go.
I mean, we were.
Yeah.
You kind of left them in the dust, man.
Fallon, you charge out through the exit gate first. As you get through and sort of glance back to where Kane is running through past you, you notice that everything through the exit looks kind of fuzzy. You also glance beside the archway and notice a stone table. And on it are all of your weapons that you set aside at the entrance.
I collect them.
You
I-
also notice, sort of nestled among your things in particular, a small wooden box. Looks like maybe like cherry wood. Sort of like a ring
Fallon and
box.
Kane probably got there first, so
Yeah, and then Kane, you charge out just a moment later and look over and see that Fallon
He has a box.
nice. See that Fallon has just walked over to the table and you notice like all of your stuff sitting on
I
it.
grab it as quickly as possible. Put all the weapons back.
Is that other axe still
I
there?
missed you.
No, you don't notice that on the table actually.
Just say, I hold a rapier. I missed you.
The rest of you, a time later, walk out through the arch as well. Again, you notice all your various crap. Halil probably only marginally cares, but you all gather up your things.
Do I have a box?
Did Fallon take the box?
Yes.
Do I have a
Figured
box?
so.
My stuff?
Nope.
No, there was one box in the group of
I
stuff.
want a box.
Well, you should have killed the loop then.
This is
Oh.
a secret.
Or run faster than
Ooh,
Fallon.
nice. You see
Okay.
Crow sort of huff and pick up his axe from the table. Fallon, as you open up the box, I assume, do you open up the box?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm that kind of guy.
Inside of it, you see a simple ring of dark twisted wood, in which, well, actually, wait a minute. Let me back up. Before this happens, as you're all putting your stuff away, you notice something else has changed. A
It's
number of
512 megabytes.
you're missing some things that you had before. So I need to make some changes to people's character sheets.
Who's missing what?
Things they left behind or things they took in with them? Or besides you mean the stuff they...
You realize now that you didn't leave any of these things in the big bowl in the entryway, and like you haven't actually noticed them for some time. This is actually something I forgot to do it earlier, so I'm just sort of making it happen now, even though more realistically.
Tis my ring of light, I'm guessing.
You probably would have noticed earlier. All right, so let me.
My hat.
Let me see here. So Kane, I am actually adding one thing to your character
Woo!
sheet, but
Free stuff.
I also need to subtract something.
No.
Is all our gear getting switched around? That'd be fun.
Something like that. All right, so Kane, just so you know what I did, I removed.
I see it.
Well, did you see that I removed something?
Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can figure it out. Hold on, let me take it.
All right, have fun with that. Alistair, will do you
Ring of light,
next.
go bye-bye.
Nope, you still have the ring of light.
Oh, okay.
However,
What did you take?
you no longer have. Wait, I have to figure out which one it is. Ah.
What are you looking for? I can help you.
Oh,
Maybe.
are you messing with it too?
I have it open. I haven't messed with it, but
Okay, I need to read something. There was like input lag, so I was having trouble. Okay. So I am removing the message stone that you picked up from Eretazun and Garion.
okay.
I am removing. Wait, do you actually have that?
Have what?
I'm removing the forgery kit.
Sure.
And technically, I'm removing a cloak of protection, but you actually already had one, so I'm just leaving that alone. You got one a long time ago from the council, so net neutral.
Did I get
Quick
one?
question.
Yeah, you did. You just
Okay.
didn't mark it when it happened. Yeah.
What did you take?
One of your 2+1 rapiers.
We're losing all the things that weren't ours that belonged to Garion and Ertazun.
Fallon.
Oh,
yeah.
I did have just another one of those.
Oh,
Why did I have
no,
another one?
man.
Yeah, so you
I-
kind of lose something fun. So no
That's
Cape of the Mount Bonk.
Dude.
And you got to use them for that fight, but no +1 daggers.
Wait. Oh my god. I get one good roll. And,
Fallon's losing everything. This.
and I make a gesture for
And
our
Lael.
fallen comrade.
I'm sorry, but no
No.
OP stat.
I never even used it.
I really wanted to use that cape. That was a cool cape.
Should have used it when you had the chance, Leo.
Well, so, so again, because I got the timing of this wrong, these things would have actually disappeared way back when you felt that jarring sensation. You would have noticed it sometime after that, but...
Wait, we're not
Oh,
outside?
so
When we were
Oh.
outside.
So this
Back
time,
when we were outside.
when we
still
time
sleeping.
skipped is when we lost them. Or
Yeah,
You-
that's
No,
true.
whatever,
And,
how it's
and I'm
shaped.
kind of telling you that because,
Yeah.
because I made this happen at the wrong time, so I want to make sure that I'm not unclear about
Yeah.
that.
So in this timeline, we may not have caught or stopped those two. Well, can I rewind a second and ask a question when we wake up and notice that stuff's missing, assuming somebody says it?
Let me think.
We'll do
about
the
this.
quick. Have you
Uh,
guys lost something? Yeah, I've lost
Yeah,
something.
sure.
Oh,
You know what? We can
weird.
just make this a
Hello.
retcon.
Halil, check for the scepter. Because if we didn't catch
checked.
them here, do we still have the scepter?
All right, I checked the scepter's still in its bag.
Yeah, you pull out the bag of hiding, and the scepter is in fact still there.
Okay. Well,
It's safe. Put it away.
Okay. Did you guys want to ask either of your companions any questions about this in particular, or talk about?
Can
that?
you guys identify things?
I guess I would ask Anya. Yeah, Anya, when we met you at the tower, did we have 2 prisoners with us?
No. Although you did mention a few that you confronted at the harbor, and who slipped away from you.
Wow, we suck in this timeline.
Okay.
Wait,
I must have not been in the
Alistair,
fight.
Yes.
Can you
Kane.
identify something?
No, Colleen has identify. She can cast it.
Colleen, can you identify something for me?
Sure, maybe we should get out of this place, though. This seems transitional, if you will. Well, fine. What is it?
Okay.
Wait, are we
I'm
back
assuming
at
Kane-
the?
Yeah, actually, wait a minute. This is happening at some other time. What do you want Clean to identify? We'll
Yeah,
just
no, this is
skip
after
through.
we get out.
No, we're
Did I-
okay. We're in the past right now, still talking to Anya about the.
Anyone want to say anything else in the past?
Clear
Yeah.
stone. What is this?
Oh, no.
Really?
Okay, so this is back in the present. Okay, so...
Oh no,
That's
I'm
what
still
I
in the
think.
past. I wanted to ask more questions.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So let's go back to
Get
the
out of
past.
the past.
Back
I
to the
don't-
future.
well,
boy.
I kind of look at Falden and Halil, and I'm kind of giving them eyes as I ask this, and I'm like, did we talk about anything we took from? I mean, I guess I just said out loud, Halil, you still have the scepter. But Anya, do you know about the scepter in this one?
You've all been rather secretive about it, but I could tell you had something.
Okay, we haven't mentioned it before. I mean, besides in passing.
No, and I thought I shouldn't press you about it.
This is not a lot of information to go on. Okay. Well then, and then I guess we can time skip back to the present.
Okay, so back in the present, Fowlin. Yeah, sorry I forgot about that, guys. I had a whole thing that I wrote, and I just forgot to do it all. So Fowlin, you open the ring box and see a simple wooden ring of dark twisted wood in which are set 3 perfect little diamonds that sparkle in the light of the setting sun. And on the lid of the box, you see an inscription. It says, "You have 3 wishes. Choose them wisely."
I raise my eyebrows at that, put the box away in my quiver of weightlessness, and put the ring on my finger,
Okay,
turned inside.
I'll give you complete rules about that in Slack.
Okay.
So clean, clear stone. Eh?
Sure. She'll cast Identify on it and inform you that it is not actually apparently magical.
Why the hell do I have a clear stone?
You remember which clear stone this is, right?
No, I don't. What is this?
I have to remind you about this so many times.
Is this the same stone from before?
Changes
I got rid of
ways.
that.
It looks just like that one.
Wait. But we got rid of that.
Well, you had it with you the whole time. Then all your stuff got stolen, and you didn't have it anymore.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Anya,
Yes?
did anything happen to me back in Dale's Harbor?
You died, and then somehow you hadn't died.
Okay.
You also realized that you didn't get all the rest of your stuff back.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that too. Why do I have this? Why did this appear in my bag again?
And finally, people sort of start to get impatient, so you continue to walk sort of away from the temple.
What is this?
You come up on another tunnel, like the one you entered through. There's not really... I mean, you know, it's kind of pretty where you are, but it's not like there's a large area to explore here, so you pass through the tunnel. Rather short little walk. And...
Just like holding the stone in my hand. Like, what is this? The whole time.
And you find yourself on a mountainside. And you look back, and you see the forest stretching out behind you. And you look ahead, and you see Tovrith's Peak rising up above you.
Woo!
For purposes of next session, just to help me plan, I'm gonna have everybody make a survival check, and I just want to sort of record that.
So, Casey, I don't know if you saw this earlier, but you'll check it out right now. I added a thing so that when I make a roll, it says who makes that roll underneath it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did notice that.
So I don't have to switch my chat channel to tell you what's going on.
Woo!
Gonna be 13. Okay. Can we get a Colleen?
I already rolled
Oh,
her.
you already rolled it. Got it. I see that. Okay, cool. So let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, why do I have 9 things recorded? What did I get wrong? 6. 7, 12. How many of you are there? There should only be 8.
There are
Eight
8
rolls
rolls
there.
above us. Yeah.
Oh, I must have misrecorded something. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you have 3 12s or something?
So I have 19, 13, 6, 16, 12. Oh, I just can't count. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that is where we will leave off for tonight. So, thank you, everybody. Good night, stream.
Goodbye, OP staff.
There it is. Tovrith's
Goodbye,
Peak.
forever stream.
Goodbye, like all of Fallon's good shit.
Yeah.
Like, you lost like everything today, man.
As
What
a
did he
person
even
who
have?
wasn't using a single item from
Alright,
those
good
other
night.
guys.